Welcome to The Short Score, your weekly update of roping news from around the industry, where you can find the latest on the sport from the pro rodeo ranks to the jackpot world. I'm Taylor Vollen, and I'm your host. Welcome back to another episode of The Short Score. It's your host, Taylor Vollen. Today on The Short Score, Wyatt Cox is joining us with a guest appearance from his header, Tanner James, who was on The Short Score a couple weeks ago with me. Wyatt sits number 27 in the world standings on the heel side with $51,404.20 won so far on the year. Wyatt and Tanner have won almost $12,000 since the beginning of August. They've really heated up lately. And so today, Wyatt and Tanner, as they get ready to rope at Canby, they just tell me about the last couple of weeks, and we talk about the bubble, partner swap, and what it's like going into crunch time of the rodeo season. Kind of tell me a little bit about, I know I don't have to tell y'all, the last 2 or 3 weeks though, if my math is correct, you guys have won almost 12,000, right?
Yeah. In the last couple weeks, I don't know how far back you went, but yeah, we've had a really good last few weeks. I haven't totaled it or nothing like that. I just know that we've been getting paid a lot more than normal.
Well, kind of, so just starting at the beginning of August is what I was going off of. Kind of tell me a little bit about where all you guys have gone and just kind of where you've hit pretty good.
Oh gosh, I don't know. We've been everywhere. We kind of laid up in July. That way we had a busy August, and we have been to a lot of rodeos in August. I mean, already, and we still got a couple big weeks ahead of us. So. It's staying pretty hectic for us, but August is just as good or better than July anyway, and it seems like the rodeos aren't, I wouldn't say near as tough, but the setups are a little easier, a little better for us, you know? So
yeah.
We've just kind of been picking and choosing. I mean, off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you where all we've went and done great. I guess it all kind of started in Helena, really.
Yeah.
We went up there and we weren't even entered. We walked up, replaced Spencer Mitchell and Justin Davis.
Really?
Yep. And with the goal in mind of we need to just catch one. We need to put one on the board. You know, and we went up there and we drew pretty good and just kind of went and did our jobs. I took an extra swing and just set it up, you know, just kind of reprogrammed, I guess, for one run. And it felt good. We didn't draw very good at Idaho Falls. And then we showed up at Heber City, Utah, and drew amazing up there. We just kind of had to not make a mistake to win the rodeo. But then we'd been kind of catching, and we showed up at Castle Rock and didn't really just love the steer. Tanner did, but I wasn't a big fan. It was pretty sharp. But we let it all hang out, and it ended up working. We won the rodeo over there. So, I mean, that was a pretty big start to August for us.
Yeah.
And then last week was kind of slow until the end, till Hermiston and Omak. But same type deal. Omak, we weren't really sure if the rodeo was going to be easy or not. You know, we went in the first perf or whatever, the second perf, and our steer had no track record whatsoever, not been anywhere, had a fresh iron, but he was an older steer. So, you know, we like to do our homework, and we were just sitting here at the rodeo office, for instance, right here at Canby, and finding out where they've been, where they've gone. We get list on who had them all.
Yeah.
You know, and see how they went. But he had nothing at Omak, so we just kind of went and caught and ended up winning third. It was crazy.
Hey, that's good, though.
Yeah.
It's a good type of crazy.
I mean, I sat there. The gate man missed his nod, and I kind of jumped at the gates and then had to back up. And then I think my horse thought he was in trouble, so he scored like he was brain dead on the second nod. And I got smoked. The steer went right. We just went caught out in the middle of the arena or 6 flat, thinking we were going to win 8th. And ended up winning 3rd.
Well, that's good.
So, yeah, no, it's been going our way. We need to have a big week right here.
Do you feel like, I mean, it's fourth quarter kind of now, do you feel like a hit like that gives you more confidence, more momentum to kind of finish the year off with?
Well, and that's kind of the game plan. When we don't go to Dodge, we like to stay out in Idaho and Utah and stuff, and that way we can be just catching, catching, getting confidence, getting momentum. That way, when you do get to the fourth quarter, like now, there's not really much ducking off, we call it. We're rodeoing against the best guys in the world that are still out here, and there's no going to rodeos that they're not at anymore. So I think it's better to be out here and be getting momentum and then go at these guys, as opposed to if we'd have went to Dodge and Phillipsburg and Abilene and all that and got our butts kicked for another week when it's hotter than heck, and you get up here and you have no confidence and no momentum.
Yeah.
It just makes it that much harder.
Right. Makes sense.
Yep.
What's kind of been y'all's game plan all year? Do you feel like you've changed anything lately, or just stuck with it?
No, we kind of stuck with it, I'd say.
I kind of started going out a little more.
Yeah, Tanner, well, he decided at Sisters, Oregon, I wanted to just kind of go catch steers and run them down a little further.
Yeah.
And he decided that we wanted to go at him a little more. So he's been being a little more aggressive. So, which it's going to work out fine up here. We just got to draw right.
Right. I think Tanner and I might have talked about it a little bit last time, or when I talked to him last. You guys have known each other pretty much your entire lives, right?
Yeah, pretty much, just about.
How does that kind of help in your partnership?
I don't know. It just kind of know how each other acts. It's not like we got to tiptoe around each other.
Yeah. Makes sense.
It makes everything, makes the wins better. And sometimes when you're rodeoing, you're elbow to elbow for 100,000 miles with a complete stranger.
Yeah.
Tanner and I could BS and laugh and joke around about it. It's pretty comical.
Right. I know you guys are close in age. I know it's not a big age difference, but with you, and this is a question for both of y'all, but you've been on the road more years than Tanner has. Do you feel like you've had to teach him anything? Tanner, do you feel like he's taught you anything, or do you feel like you're pretty well prepared for the road? Kind of give me the rundown of that.
I don't know if there's much teaching Tanner anything. You can tell him all you want on something, and he's going to have to find out for himself. He likes to pave his own way, that's for sure. But he's dang sure made sure I stayed lighthearted through all of it, because I can get kind of like an old man and hole up in my trailer and just rope and stick to myself. And Tanner likes to have fun and go do things, so it keeps it fun, keeps it interesting.
That's good. Tanner, do you have any comments?
Not really. You kind of summed it up.
That's fair. That's okay.
He is like an old badger. He'll go over there and just find a black hole and just stay in it. I got to go and pull him out of there.
That's
you
good.
Got to do something, enjoy it.
I like it. That's good. It's good balance, I feel like.
Yeah, balance. That's the word I was looking for.
Let's talk partners. You've done quite a bit of switching up over the years, haven't you?
Yeah, I bounce around a lot.
Kind of tell me about that. I mean, is there a science to it, or is it just nothing is fit yet? A little bit of both.
I don't know. I like to use the words. I'd like to find a way to win with whoever I'm roping with. But I'm trying to climb the ladder, kind of in the prime right now. I'm roping as good as I ever have, and my horses are just getting older. So when it's not a right mix, you always want to look up. And Tanner and I have always done good. We've always found a way to win. So when Jackson and I were slowing down last year, well, actually this year, we had not a very good winter at all. And Tanner was open to it, and we talked a little bit about it. And I was ready to make a change and get to moving forward. I don't like to drag my feet very long. I want to stay stuck, spin my wheels. I don't want to waste a lot of time, especially, I'm only going to get older, and I'm going to not want to be on the road near as much in the next who knows how many years. So you might as well get as far as you can now while it's still fun and you don't hate it.
Well, and I mean, you can't afford to, it seems like, from the outside looking in.
Yeah, it's a business. Yeah. That's kind of what it boils down to is, this is what I do for work. And when my business partner isn't pulling it off, you look for somebody else that you can keep moving forward with.
Yeah.
So
makes sense.
That's how it's worked for me the last few years.
Well, and I should clarify, that's not to like talk bad about any partners, because I never minimize that. But
no, that's just the reality of it. It's a business, and
yeah.
those guys, the guys that put too much emotion and stuff into it, they get their feelings hurt when changes need to be made.
Mm-hmm.
I think later on in their career they realize it is just a business. There's nothing personal about it.
The bubble. So you guys are in bubble territory, right? You'd say, yeah. You've also been in this before. You've finished on the bubble, and it's not anything unfamiliar to you. Kind of walk me through that as well, if you can. I know that's a very broad question, but
well, the bubble it's not where you want to be, because it only takes one or two good hits to kind of break through. But I obviously can't sit here and tell you what I've been doing right to make the finals, but I have a feeling I know what we're not doing, or I know what I'm not doing. So it's just every year at the end of the year you kind of got to evaluate it and figure it out and try something else the next year.
Right.
As far as strategy or how you're roping or how you're riding or anything. Bubble, it's not a place you want to get comfortable.
Yeah.
And it's easy to do. You can get to the low 20s or the high teens, and it's hard not to be happy.
Yeah.
You're going to get into the winter rodeos. By then you've usually come close to making money or making a living rodeoing or roping. So it's a happy place, but man, just a couple more steers, if you can catch them, will push you over. It all depends on, I think, how you look at it.
Right.
Some people get depressed when they think about it, and I look at it as a good thing. I got close.
Right.
Just a little more work or change something up, little tweaking. You never know, might push you over.
Like I said, crunch time, end of the year. I can assume the answer, but does it add even more pressure at this point? Like, is the pressure even higher, the nerves even higher when you get to this point of the year and you're in the bubble?
I think it's all in how you take it. For us, we kind of stick to our guns a little bit, so it's not like it adds. The situation doesn't add any more pressure than what we're already putting on ourselves.
Gotcha.
We're trying to stick to the plan.
Right.
If you stick to the plan, you can trust the plan. With a little bit of luck, you draw good, and it's just trying not to make mistakes on the good ones and trying to get by the bad ones.
Yeah. Tanner, how do you kind of feel about it? I mean, since you are still, young and not new to rodeo, but new to the scene-ish, I guess.
I don't want to put the pressure on myself, because I feel like when you put the pressure on yourself, then more mistakes happen than if you just go out there and have fun and do your job and not really think about it. I've put pressure on myself before in other situations, and it seems like when I do that, I make more mistakes compared to if I just don't really try to think about it, or really just putting the pressure on myself to do it. I feel like I can overcome, and I don't make the little mistakes that you work on all year to not make through the season. So mistakes happen on some ends, but the little mistakes is the ones that cost me a lot. And as long as I don't put the pressure on, I try not to put the pressure on myself and stuff. I can usually keep the mistakes away. And, every now and then I'm going to make a mistake on missing a stronger steer or something like that, or taking a dump throw, but it's not because I'm putting the pressure on myself. It's just trying to react to what's happening, and that's kind of how I've been looking at it, because, like I said, I put too much. When I put too much pressure on myself is when I make a lot of mistakes.
Right. Do you feel like you guys add pressure to each other at all, or are you guys pretty easygoing?
No, I feel like it's pretty easygoing. I don't know if that was directed at me or not, but I'll jump in here.
No, I was teasing, I promise, asking that.
Yeah, no, we keep it pretty fun. We give each other a hard time when one of us messes up, but it's pretty lighthearted.
Yeah. Gotcha. So kind of tell me a little bit about horsepower, what you guys have been working with all year.
You want to go first?
I've been kind of going back and forth, honestly, giving each one of my horses a break when I can, and when I think it's a better setup for a certain horse. And right now I've been riding my family on stud Cowboy, he's King High Coaster, aka Cowboy.
Mm-hmm.
He's young. This is his first year out here, and I rode him a little bit this winter at some of the winter rodeos. But he feels good right now, and I really like the way he works for me. And he's just easy to just compete on.
Yeah.
Like, he never makes my job hard. And then my sorrel horse, I mean, that's my old sorrel horse Mo. He's 17, 18 years old. I mean, he got me through all of last year, my rookie year. I mean, I don't think I really rode any. I rode maybe one other horse,
mm-hmm.
but other than that, I pretty much rode him all last summer.
Sweet.
So, like, I mean, he knows the road. He knows everything. So, I mean, when I think the setup for him now is if I can take the runs off him when I can, I mean, then when I do use him, he feels that much stronger, that much better at that rodeo rather than just putting every run on him and just relying on him to get me to where I need to be and just, run the wheels off him.
Yeah. Makes sense.
You're up. I'm up. All right. As for me, my older horse, Max, he kind of hurt himself right before the 4th of July.
Really?
Should have been the 30th or so of June, maybe.
Dang.
Is that right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I still hauled him, but I've run 5 steers total on him to this point,
mm-hmm.
or 6 after yesterday. And he's back good to go. He overreached and ripped some of his hoof wall off on the hairline, and it just got really, really tender. So I've actually been riding my younger horse, Snake. He got it last year. He kind of got seasoned pretty good. He got exposed to everything last year. So
mm-hmm.
he stepped up and been pretty solid for me, but I'm looking forward to having Max back.
Yeah.
I'm riding Max today over here in Canby, and
mm-hmm.
a fresh set of wheels right now I think it's going to play into our hand pretty good.
Well, that's good. Yeah. Gotcha. Well, okay, so I know we already kind of talked about it, but the rest of the year, the short time we have left, what's it looking like? I know you said you're entered pretty hard.
Yep. We're burning the road up. We're entered as deep as we can, and we've got the rodeos mapped out all the way to the bitter end. So looking forward to the fight of it.
Gotcha. Yeah. Do you guys have one rig out there or two or?
There's 2 rigs out here. We've got 2 sets of horses apiece. So
sweet.
We've kind of been mixing and matching depending on herds of cattle and setups, and right now everything's kind of working good. So my other horse got injected last night.
Oh,
my younger horse, so he's got a few days off. And
right.
Max is back in action, so which I plan on riding Max for a little while right
mm-hmm.
here. Snake's gotten the blunt of it all summer long,
yeah.
so I'm looking forward to giving him some time off, and Max should be firing on all cylinders and ready to rock and roll for the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
The fourth quarter and the longer setups, Max is free and easy and pretty simple. So
yeah,
should make my job pretty good, pretty easy. I'm really comfortable on him, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, that's good. To end on a light note, I was told to ask. I have heard that you have, Wyatt, one of the best nicknames in the PRCA, Lunchbox, correct?
Only the coast judge, the coast judges know that.
Yeah, that's why I know.
Yeah, that's Bronco's fault. He leaked that one, but yeah, I've got quite a few of them, but that's probably one of the better ones.
I was asked to ask where that came from or how it started.
It actually started in my high school construction class.
Huh.
So I was full-time playing football, and to be clear, I was on a meal program. And I had to,
no.
Yeah, we were trying to eat 3,000 calories a day.
Holy moly.
Yeah, me and the offensive line trying to get bigger.
Well, yeah.
And, we were in my construction class, and one of my buddies who rodeos just a little bit,
mm-hmm.
He's a rancher in California. I used to bring it was a full lunch, but I would eat it before lunch. I'd eat it at like 10 a.m. and then we'd eat lunch, and then I'd eat again at 2 before practice, and then I'd have to eat again like a big dinner with lots of carbs and stuff in the evening as well. When I was in my 10 o'clock class, my construction class, my construction teacher, Mr. Latchman, started calling me Lunchbox because that's when I would open my lunchbox.
Oh my gosh. Huh. And it's just stuck ever since.
Oh, yeah. It's stuck.
Interesting.
These boys, they really love that out here.
Oh, no. They're mean out here. They are.
Oh, that's all right. It's all in good fun. If you don't got a nickname, I don't think you'll like it.
That's fair. That's true.